Welcome back to NT Coins World, your #1 source for diving deep into the most fascinating, rare, and valuable coins you might already have in your collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, today's video is going to electrify your coin-loving soul because we're uncovering two legendary state quarters that have become treasures in the hands of collectors across the country. We're talking about none other than the 1999 P Connecticut quarter and the 2004 D Wisconsin quarter. These aren't just pocket change, they're pieces of history packed with secrets, beauty, and in some cases, serious value. So buckle up because we're about to explore every nook and cranny of what makes these coins so exceptional. Let's start with a true classic, the 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter. This was one of the very first releases in the US Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran until 2008. Connecticut was the 5th state to be admitted to the Union, and fittingly, its coin was the 5th released in this groundbreaking program. The quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark, and released into circulation in late 1999. What's special about the Connecticut State Quarter isn't just its place in the program, but the sheer elegance and symbolism behind its design. The reverse of the Connecticut Quarter features the famous charter oak tree. Now, if you don't know the story behind the charter oak, buckle in. This tree is an icon of American independence. Legend says that in 1687, the Connecticut colonists hid the state's royal charter inside the hollow of this majestic oak to prevent it from being confiscated by the English governor, Sir Edmund Andros. The tree became a symbol of resistance, independence, and the unyielding spirit of the American people. It stood in Hartford until a violent storm toppled it in 1856, but by then it had already rooted itself in the identity of Connecticut and the broader tapestry of American history. The design, created by T. James Ferrell, captures the oak in full glory, massive, spreading, with intricate branches extending almost to the edge of the coin. The detail in this engraving is phenomenal, especially on well-struck examples. Surrounding the tree are the inscriptions Connecticut, 1788, the year the state joined the Union, and the release year, 1999. It also reads the charter oak at the base of the design, a tribute to this incredible story. Above it all, the standard inscriptions United States of America, $quarter, Liberty, and In God We Trust also appear. Now let's talk numbers. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 688,744,000 of these coins. Yes, nearly 689 million. That means this isn't a rare coin by mintage, but what elevates its desirability are high-grade examples and rare error varieties. In fine circulated condition, a 1999 P Connecticut quarter may typically be worth its face value, but if you've got one in mint state, especially MS 65 and above, you're looking at values ranging from $5 to $30, with pristine graded examples sometimes fetching upwards of $100. Error coins from the Connecticut quarter are particularly exciting for collectors. Look out for off-center strikes, die cracks that seem to snake across the branches of the oak, and double dies where inscriptions or tree details appear doubled under magnification. Some misaligned die strikes can give the charter oak an eerie, ghost-like blur. And these are extremely collectible. Collectors adore the Connecticut quarter not just for its story or striking design, but because it launched the public's interest in state quarters in a big way. It also marked a bold artistic step for the mint, showcasing intricate engravings that celebrated local history and natural beauty. Many people who began collecting quarters in 1999 remember the Connecticut coin as their first eye-catching find. It's no wonder it continues to be a centerpiece in many albums and state quarter folders to this day. If you're hunting for investment potential, watch for full strike examples with no contact marks, strong luster, and well-centered designs. In slabbed MS68 conditions from a trusted grader like PCGS or NGC, these coins can sometimes bring in hundreds of dollars at auction. Combine that with a strong narrative and beautiful design, and you've got a coin that's not just a piece of metal. It's a piece of storytelling, legacy, and enduring value. And now for a coin that stirred up more excitement, mystery, and debate than almost any other in the State Quarters series, the 2004 Wisconsin Quarter. While on the surface it might seem like just another agricultural theme design, hiding within this humble quarter is one of the most famous and valuable modern coin eras in US history. First, let's dive into its background. Wisconsin became the 30th state in 1848, and its quarter was released in 2004. Struck at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark, this quarter's reverse design pays homage to the state's strong agricultural roots and dairy industry. Designed by Alfred Maletsky and engraved by Norman E. Nemeth, it features a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn, all symbolic elements that reflect Wisconsin's farming and dairy legacy. The design might seem modest at first glance, but it's incredibly effective. The cow, on the left, is rendered in fine detail, facing the viewer in a three-quarters profile that gives it a lifelike presence. On the right is a large wheel of cheese, a nod to Wisconsin's fame as America's dairy land. Behind the cheese, an ear of corn juts upward, a classic Midwestern symbol of growth and prosperity. Above the imagery are the inscriptions Wisconsin and 1848, and below is the release year 2004, along with the phrase "Forward," which is the state motto. Now here's where things get juicy. In late 2004 and early 2005, collectors began discovering strange variations in the corn ear on certain Denver minted coins. Upon closer inspection, some coins showed an extra leaf on the cornstalk tint, but not just any extra leaf. There are two notable varieties, the extra leaf low and the extra leaf high varieties. In the low variety, the extra leaf droops downward, almost touching the wheel of cheese. In the high variety, the extra leaf sticks up closer to the main husk. These anomalies are believed to have been caused either by intentional tampering at the mint or by accidental die gouges or clogs during production. Either way, these error coins caused a sensation. Let's talk rarity and value. The 2004 Wisconsin quarter without any error is common, with over 226 million coins struck. In circulated fine condition, it's worth 25 cents, but if you're lucky enough to find a coin with the extra leaf, either high or low, the story changes drastically. Even in circulated condition, these error coins can sell for $50 to $200, and in high-grade mint state condition, they can fetch between $500 and $1,000 or more, depending on the variety and grade. Graded examples by PCGS in MS66 and MS67 have sold at auction for thousands of dollars. These errors are so significant that they've sparked serious speculation among collectors and dealers. Some believe mint employees deliberately modified the dies, while others argue that these were genuine accidents during the striking process. Regardless of origin, the market treats them with the same reverence as other famous errors like the 1955 doubled die penny or the 1937 D three-legged buffalo nickel. Because of this, the 2004 Wisconsin quarter remains a hot topic in the numismatic world. Collectors across the country continue to comb through pocket change, coin rolls, and quarter bags, hoping to stumble upon one of these valuable error varieties. It's created a modern-day treasure hunt that only adds to the allure of coin collecting, and that's why this coin, even in its regular form, has earned a permanent place in the spotlight. If you have a 2004 Wisconsin quarter in fine condition, take a close look at that cornstalk under magnification. You might just be holding a small fortune without even knowing it. And even if your coin is a standard strike, it's still a piece of American agricultural heritage and a reminder of one of the most memorable moments in the 50-state quarters program. So whether it's the timeless tale of the charter oak on the Connecticut quarter or the thrilling mystery behind the extra leaf on the Wisconsin quarter, these two coins represent the best of what state quarters can offer: history, beauty, and excitement. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to NT Coins World, And hit that bell so you never miss a deep dive into the fascinating world of numismatics. Happy collecting? Happy